It is great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Guys?
Holly, thank you. The Horned Frogs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Coming out aggressively. Makes a deep grab. Electrifying play. Man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
How about it, RD? What a start. You want to come out and say, I'm going to be aggressive. We're going to take shots. We're going to make big plays. Look no further than the first play of the game. What a start.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Quickly complete. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Williams. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. This is a designed run. Got a little grass, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Back to pass, it's Craig. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And this team right now has got to be in some shell shock, right? I mean, you can't start any worse. Your defense allows a touchdown on the opening drive, and on your offensive first play, you throw a pick. You just got to take a deep breath right now. Everything is a tidal wave that you're trying to fight against. It's just going to take one good one to turn this thing around, but this is not the start they were hoping for.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. He had his man open that time, but just a little too much heat on that pass, and he got it out in front of him.
And it's tough to tell when you need to throw that bullet in there or when you need to lob it in there and put a little bit more air on it. That time you could tell, just need to put a little bit more air underneath that throw.
Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught by Williams. Made a defender miss. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
A run for the quarterback. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Back to throw, it's Craig. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Makes a man miss. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical. And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. And you just mentioned the two guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the second level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to slow him down a little bit.
To the air, it's Hammond. He tries to take the top off. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Might be calling a hot route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to fire deep. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Craig. Here's a heat. And the third down pass is incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Red Raider. The defense putting points on the board. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Craig. Makes the grab on the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fires to the right. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbounds.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Fights off a defender. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So the offense will go for it around midfield. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Unloads it left. And that one's going to be batted away, incomplete, and we have played one. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He might want another play. To the air. It's Hammond. Lofts one high and deep. Goes high to pull it in. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk. You have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Quarterback keeper. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Nowhere to go. same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, this running thing doesn't seem to be working. It looks like they're going to have to throw it, but as we know, David, these windows down here, man, they are tight.
Super tight. I think you still got the QB that you can move. You can change the launch point, try to do something to get guys moving one.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right, and he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man down the middle.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here's the pressure. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
To the air, it's Craig. He lets it fly. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions in the first half of this game. He's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Eakin. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Not quite so backed up after that play. He's out of bounds at the 12. Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Scanning the field is Hammond. Looking left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Shelton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws for the tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down.
Nothing to worry about, Reese.
So now it's second and long. Dropping back, it's Craig. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Extending the play. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Red Raiders come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Behind the chains now on second and long. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Pocket breaking down. He's got it down the field. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Took care of it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Looking deep down the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side of the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Craig.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. Both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. The Horned Frogs are flying down the field.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing, you're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
They'll go back to the air on second down. A shot toward the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Stumbled to the ground.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Brings up second down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Brings it down on the right side. Off and running. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Rolled his way into the end zone.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's going to throw deep right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To throw, it's Craig. Under fire. And down he goes.
In the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Wilson! Spear! Soak it, Jack! Soak it!
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Escapes trouble. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take it himself. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Maybe some room here. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And the Red Raiders line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Dickey. Max going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Craig. And wings it incomplete.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet.
It breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Can't get him to the ground. Got enough space. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20.
TCU 14. Number 48 set to advance on the football.
Coming out with it, it's Lee. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running inside. It's Dickey. There he goes. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walker. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And, man, when I was in school, man, you didn't really... Fourth down. Like, third down was a big priority. Nowadays, so many people going for it. This is the second time they've gone for it already. First time they were successful, but defense prepared, ready to rock and roll. They make the play, and they get the turnover.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The run inside. It's Dickey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back, put a good drive together.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that now.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Rush is on him. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Shelton. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming.
Escape! 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 Stop! Check!
To the air, it's Craig. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll stop play here for a moment to have a look at this injured Horned Frog. And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Hammer! Hey, hammer! Punch! Hit!
Wants to fire on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. And they get him down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires downfield. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here.
Iron! Hammer!
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Walker. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the outside. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Horned Frogs in the hurry up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Finds his man. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
TCU, number 48, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Running inside. It's Dickey. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Right back to the well. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The sure hands, it's Dickey. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the...
Might have a chance. Got enough for the 1st. The 30. The 20. Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.